Happy Sunday, someone out there. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're all right. I pray God will attend to your needs and heart desire. I've been quite sad throughout yesterday. I was very down. And this is not the first time. As some of you are used to come across my video, I've talked about a lot of relationship. I've talked about depression. I've talked about abuse. And sadly, despite the fact that we do see and not try to learn from the mistake, from the error and step of others, we continue to see the reputation of such. It's mind-boggling that such incident sadly happened to this lady. Well, I pray that it's a huge loss for this family right now. Sadly, innocent children, they are motherless now. Sisters, they lost their sisters. Brothers lost their sisters. Mother is grieving right now. The relatives are in dismay. And I pray that God will comfort them. It is a great loss for a soul. And many too will be asking, have we done enough? What could we have done better? So yesterday night throughout, I was sad in myself, in my spirit, and it takes me to go and find out what went wrong in Bimbo's, Ogbonna's marriage. Her marriage. What happened? What was the foundation? Who are the people around Bimbo? Was Bimbo's situation hidden? How come nobody come to rescue her? How come they couldn't save her? How come she wasn't listening? These are the questions that are not exposed to other people. So I was asking all these questions. In the beginning, sometimes you will say, family should have, when things like that happen, people will say, family should have done more. Friends should have spoken senses into her. They should have made her realize that she should have just pack and go, take a bold step. These are also things that you will say. But the victims, sometimes, they are blinded. They are deaf. Some people, as terrible as it could seem to you, and it doesn't make sense to you in their world of abuse, they believe they are abuser. They are weak to their abuser. They are hopeful to their abuser. They trust their abuser manipulating them, deceiving them, cajoling them. It's just like a game of mind. And this could go on and on. Same cycle. That is the victim of what Bimbo came across. And I also find that it's a lot deeper than what the eye could not see. It's deeper beneath what I could not see. They've gone deeper than the physical, those two. You could say that guy is an abuser completely. He's an abuser, is a man that never appreciates. The story was that Bimbo was in her teenage years. Bimbo was from a good home. In fact, a well-to-do family better than the guy. This called IVD today, this motor dealer, he was nobody. Where the Bimbo's family were coming from. Bimbo's family are more wealthy than him. Then during their teenage age, you know, the love, early love, you know, like your first love, some women, this first person who they met, and that is the first man they love, probably diverging them. It goes into their skull. It becomes like their idol. I'm looking into the foundation of the deep of their relationship and the deep their love was. So this is probably who did this, the first guy in Bimbo's life. They were young. Then they used to say she would run away from home. At the age of 15, she used to run and leave home and run to Ogbonna in a very local area. I'll look for that video and I'll try and play some of them. This is the brothers saying this word for word. And they mentioned the area. You know, it's like you calling Lekki as a posh place in Nigeria. And then you call very local water area. You know, those area that is the place. Bimbo will leave a very posh area of their parent and run to a slum for love. This is a girl who gave up to the extent she dropped out of school and still follow this guy. The family tried to stop her following him. They couldn't succeed. Then Bimbo later got pregnant. After they did all they could, they tried to separate them. He got her pregnant. Then they called for a meeting. Probably they decide that, okay, what can we do? She insists she keep running away from mom. I think the father pulled Ogbonna, the Ikechukwu guy. Remember, they're from True Tribe. Bimbo is a Yoruba. Ikechukwu Ogbonna is an Igbo guy. Right. So the father of Bimbo accepted and see where they can help Ikechukwu, who's Ogbonna, IVD, was a mechanic, basically learning then. A mechanic. How can they start a new life? Probably this man single-handedly sponsored their wedding. They accept him as their son because he's pregnated their daughter, who they didn't even give to him, that used to run away from home. You know, you have some girls, you have some daughters who will take a step. I'm not saying this, that these things don't happen. And some people who did it, if a woman will even give all their life and refuse to, such a woman, you're supposed to adore her, not the opposite. If she could even say, I would rather lose my family just because I love you, it's enough for you to idolize such a woman. A woman who have everything, yet would rather sleep in a mat with you without food, or the day you don't have or the day you have. You should at least remember that you should love her and give back what she sacrificed for you. But sadly, that is not what happened in the end. This is the foundation of their love. It was said that their love was like, you know, something of explosion that you can't control. It was deep. So, you know, even in any culture in Africa, when you're marrying somebody's daughter, there's something called dowry, which means you pay that family, I think, as a consent to say, I put money on, not to sell their daughters to you, but it's a tradition that they have to do. And nowadays, what many parents will do to you, will even refund it back and say, I'm not selling my daughter to you. So it's not the money, so you can maltreat her. Many will say, keep that money. All I want you to give my daughter, love, happiness, and just live your life. We want to see you blossom. We want to see you fly like eagles. And that is what Bimbo's father did. He single-handedly sponsored their wedding. He never took a dowry from this guy's family. Then they step up to head Ogbonna, who is the husband today. They started their life together. As nothing, things start picking up. At some point, God knows something secretly at one point has happened between this guy and Bimbo and Ikechukwu. What I fish that has happened, something spiritual, fetish, voodoo-ish has happened between them. I believe it has to do with what they call oath. The oath of promise. If you leave me, if you betray me, if you walk away with me, if you go without me. There is always no third party. It's always known between two people. And sometimes you can't even tell the third person. It has to be known sometime between both of you, depending on the condition. And these are deadly promises. Sometimes it could cost life. Sometimes people could lose their mind if you walk out of that person's life, which means you didn't fulfill part of your promise. I believe it's possible these two have done these things. That is one. From my finding, from what I've read, that is beyond the eye. My observation. If you hold it, take it or leave it. Alternatively, the second option, probably it was also said that later on, just before this particular lady, bless her soul, passed away, she was able to say some things to our friend. She revealed some revelations to some close friend. She took a bold step after she has seen a lot of terrible things mentally before it gets there. And I'll reveal those in a minute. So at a point, this Ogbonna, Ikechukwu, went to South Africa and all of that. But all of a sudden, money came. Nobody knew how this money came about before this guy was made. There's also drugs, narcotic stuff, abuse involved in the same relationship. Now, the guy is physical with this woman. IVD is physical with this guy, with the wife. Beating, psychological abuse, deliberately asking her to be a full-time housewife. This is a lady dropped out of school just for a man. And I would like to tell many of you as a woman, is your life what putting a stop to your own life, to your own future, to your own dream, to your own desire, just because you want to be with a man? Let's think about that. Let's pause for a minute. Being with a man that you love does not stop your ability to further to your dream, to your desire, to your ambition. Being a wife to someone does not stop you. If you're with a man who will suppress your ambition, your dream, your desire, then you're with the wrong person. It's a dream killer. That is not your partner. Simple as ABC. A man who does not want you to progress in any way, shape, or form, you have no contribution in his life. Let's say if you're a dropout from primary 6, the same way at the age of 30, 40, 50, nothing changed in your life. That is not your dream partner. These are the people that wakes up one day and then you are nothing with them. Then they bring somebody better and they tell you, you're not in my class. I deserve someone better to be beside me. Let's say, imagine your husband becomes suddenly House of Parliament or senator in Nigeria, is going to be a governor, and you are an illiterate. What do you think will happen to your life? You don't have all that it takes. Why? Because you choose also, you didn't fight for your life. You sat there producing children, being a good wife, sitting at home. Oh, we have everything. Oh, he provide everything for me. I don't need to do all of that. Many women are doing that today. They're killing your dreams. You need to think. Anything can happen. Whatever effort you are making, you're making for you. Either you need to progress. There are many ways you can progress in life. People learn skills. You can learn skills. You can be self-employed into business. You can become a makeup artist, hair maker. You can sell human hair. You can go into a cream and beauty. There are millions of jewelries. There are millions of opportunity at your grabs. Don't sit down. My husband give me 500,000 every month. Is it not more than enough for me? He pays all the school bill. I have standby two Porsche car. We live in Victoria Island. Oh, we have this. We have 5 houses, all in your husband's name. What have you achieved for you? If everything turned back at you today, where would you find yourself? If you're thrown out of that home and all the family come against you, where do you go from there? Zero. Nothing. And you know, some men can be deadly. That is the time you're going to hear what you never thought will happen in your life. You're going to hear lies being put upon you in order for you not to win them. And you're going to see all the family that used to pretend they love you. You are our best wife. They will come against you. And the wall of Jericho will be so high. But if you're independent on your own, you can stand. No matter how much you fall, you'll be able to rise. No matter how difficult it is, you may be able to make a decision and say, no, I deserve better. Most of the time, Bimbo knew that she probably was in a mess. She probably could walk away. But then there's some people telling her to go back, putting pressure on her, go back. Then she would think of what she has put in, what she has given up for this same guy. I've given my life 20 years. Now you give in 20 years, you give in 15 years, you give in 10 years. It's nothing compared to your life, the breath that we breathe. Money cannot buy it. 20 years, you can gain achievement of 20 years within months. Within months. People's lives change within days. A day can change. Your life can change for good. Beyond imagination. That is how I want every woman to think. But many women today, their life is tied around my husband, my husband, my husband, my husband, my husband. Many of them are so blinded by the truth when they're telling them. No, they wait till it's too late. Many are suffering in silence until they are completely destroyed. Do you know what this lady, she has gone through the most horrific in this wedding. This is called marriage from hell. How could a man lay hand on you? You need to see some of this horrible picture that I come across, and my heart sank. How could such a man who will beat you that way? How could such a man have the heart to make love to you again? How could such a man ask me to bear his children again, over and over again? And you sit there making children for him? You sit there going to mountain that is going to change? Some of you will say, what prayer does not do does not exist. God can change it. Listen, there are two ways to prayer. God exists, I know. But there's some circumstances that if you don't take the physical step, there is no answer. You might die in it. And then God is looking at you. I've given you ears. He gives you sound mind. Do you remember? He has given you sound mind in order for you to digest. You see somebody carrying knife right now, facing you. Are you going to stand there till they stab you? Then you can see danger. What do? You run, or you grab that person in order to defend yourself. That is how God wants you to do your miracle. You don't wait for heaven to come down and rescue you in that room out of a dangerous man who will destroy you mentally, psychologically, weaken and break all your wings. And you can't escape. You are trapped. Many women are trapped. Bimbo is trapped. Do you know how many years this lady was trapped? She's been trapped. Her mind is trapped. She was completely damaged. It's easy for us to say, why didn't she go? What? You know, she's damaged. The last straw, she's not fit, mentally capable of justifying wrong or right anymore. She does not care anymore. She's seen it all. She's up to the roof. You know, when the explosion, that was what happened. And what triggered the explosion? What did this man do? I saw videos of this man. I detest such evil man. I realized there's some evil man. A lot of evil men exist that have no conscience. How could you not have a conscience for one day? A woman who bore your children, 5 of them. A woman who you got pregnant. You got pregnant for you. Have your child. Labor. 5 good times. Where is your conscience? So much hate. Many of you will sit down. We want to love who hates you. Do you know life is give and take until you face your enemy? You face your abuser and you put a stop to it. I'm here to talk to women. I'm not on men's side today. Men might not like me because I'm talking to a lot of people who don't know. They're lost. They're trapped. They're chained. They're caged. I want them to be escaping. I want them to be released. I want their liberation. I want them to receive freedom. I want them to understand and stop putting sentiments, culture, tolerance. It kills sometimes. Sometimes you just need to say no. Lose it all and start all over again. Believing that mercy will locate you. Believe in favor. You know, in one mind. Many of you do not believe. When a woman love a man love with their soul, and this man betray you, don't worry. You might be penniless. You might beg for food. You might not have clothes anymore. You might struggle with those children. But guess what? God that knows that you did everything right with that guy, with that man, with that evil soul who break you, who deny your children, who took everything from you, who naked you, will send an helper to you. I promise you that. That you give your heart, your soul. You pray for him. You struggle with him. You lay a foundation with him. Just take a bold step. Walk away. Where am I going to go from here? Many will be crying this and they're dying. They're dying. Where do I go from now? Where do I start? The first thing an African person will say, we bring culture into everything. That is what is killing us. We bring religion into everything. That is why our women are dying. Endure. Don't worry. Go to church. Go for counseling. Do you love who don't love you? Can you change who's not ready to change? Are you going to force them? Okay, you've been trying to force the man who don't love you. Yet he couldn't love you. Don't you understand he couldn't? This guy, Ogbonna, IVD, I detest a man like that. He's evil. Pure evil. The little I've seen of this guy showed to me what Bimbo must have seen. Bimbo must have been frustrated enough to become trying to defend herself in the end with her mouth. She's lousy. She's toxic. Why? Because when a man drives you mad, you misbehave. They both, in the end, the drugs, he's using drugs. He's threatening her with gun. He made oath with this lady. He will use something to speak to her. She don't know what. She's singing things. She did some ritual with this guy. They said the money is not a clean money. You took somebody's daughter to do these evil things. Only her knows. And when that started, she behaved like she's losing her mind. Then she tell her family, what causes this? Side chick is coming into the house. It's bad enough he had a lot of girlfriends everywhere. Doesn't come home. Pregnate every woman everywhere. You lack respect and you expect that woman at home to be normal. Each time she see this man, she will go mad. A man that will even slap you, beat you at every little things. A man that will even instigate some of your children to hate you. Why? This man despise. I saw him on the video yesterday. The video I saw. Just lost your wife who died. And you are right there. You couldn't help this lady dying. And you come on social media. And this is the guy. He said, look at what the idiot did to me. Look at what the stupid idiot did to me. Look at all this. He's been destroying my door. He couldn't fix anything in my house. She just died. You killed her. Either we can't see when he killed her. You killed her. Are you meant to take a phone and record? Are you meant to about to slap the mother-in-law? The woman who lost a grown-up adult daughter. If she rage, she can rage, she can tear you to pieces. Some idiot will go and abuse that woman. An old woman. Do you know? Do you want to lose your daughter to a monster and know how it feels? Some idiot were blaming that woman. Why is she running her mouth? Do you want to lose a grown-up adult? You say she run her mouth. She knows this guy trapped her daughter. Do you know African voodoo? They do evil. They couldn't rescue her. This man trapped her mentally, psychologically, spiritually. Do rituals with this lady. Many don't understand. When you see things beyond the eyes, it's spiritual. Don't you hear in Africa how they use people for all these rituals? You think it's not real? You watch Nollywood? You think because it's a makeup is not real? It's real. This is happening in real life. Only to destroy life. People give up their daughter, they give their children as long as they can be at the top. They can give up their wife, they don't care. They can use their mother, they don't care. There was no love as far as I see this guy. The reason is with her. He has made up his mind. I don't want her in my life anymore. He was ready to now trash her. It was said that a lover was pregnant and he's going to come in the house. She couldn't take it. I want to die. How could somebody eat my labor? That is the problem many women has. We labor together. I'll die here. Someone not at the detriment of your life. When you know this person despite you, he could put poison in your soup in the night. You still live under the same roof. He want to get rid of you. You refuse to go. He impregnated someone somewhere. He want to bring it. He told you, oh, I'm going to bring that person to my mansion. Either you like it or not. What do you think? And you refuse to go. They might kill you. Get rid of you. Nothing will happen. They might set your house on fire and say, you set it ablaze. Where is Bimbo to come and tell us who set it ablaze now? Nobody was there. Now, whoever did it, we will never know. All we had, oh, she was mad. She set the house on fire. Do we know who planned this? This is what happened. These are the type of men. Some of you will say, I'm going to the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. You're wasting your life. You're wasting your time. Save that energy and try to relocate, restart afresh. Run from your enemy. The Bible did not describe that you should say glue with your enemy. It said if you try hard enough, go to the entrance of that city, dust your sandals and run for your life and never come back. Use your brain. You don't use your wisdom. You say God is going to fly to my bedroom and save my marriage. Save my marriage. Do you realize you could marry your enemy? Do you know a man who envies you, no matter what you do? Some women will humble. Some women will never say, this is our money. I've seen women buy things for their in-law. They will say, oh, my husband said we should give it to you, oh, mama. Oh, my husband bought this for you, oh, sister. They want to cover that man and give him pride. They will never say. Some women, their money is more to that man, but they want him to be their king. Such women, do they deserve that? Yet, guess what? After you humble, after you support that man, after you give everything, yet the man will never be satisfied. Yet that man will still envy you. You give him everything. You make him in control. A wicked man who want to be wicked will be wicked. And the moment you see that doing all of that, this man is still envious of you, he will destroy you. He will betray you. No matter how good you want to be, the one that will not betray you, that will appreciate you, it will show. I've seen men who nobody in the family would dare talk of their wife anyhow. The way they'll say, excuse me, no. Don't talk about my wife. Nobody in the family, they will say, oh, that one, once you mention the wife, uncle will not take it easy with you. They will dare not mess about. That is a real man who loves his wife dearly. Even when he knows she's wrong, she'll go in there and correct the wife. He will never disgrace her outside. If they tell him lies, he will find out the truth himself. He will not say, my sister came yesterday. They say you abused mama. Everything scattered. Started beating the woman. Start throwing her things out. That is the type of man you say, oh, very understanding man. This is strange. My husband is not like that. No, he can never do that. That is the man you can say you want to spend the rest of your life with. That is a man you say you deserve it for better and for worse. Even when there is no money, you'll be there because there's love. There's care, there's peace, there's affection. Those things money cannot buy them. But you sit down, it beats you, whip you, take a belt and whip all your body, slap you, your eyes, everything, and he buy you flour and beg you in the night, you make love. After that, you produce, you are a factory, you're a rat, you are a pig, you're producing more children. Now, what have you got to give you those children? they see abuse. It's toxic. You fight every time. Noise in this family. Thank you. Some people are commenting. Yes. Mr. Abola. Yes. This is my story. I'm a wicked man. A wicked man will always be wicked, no matter what. Yes. Dry Smoke Awalata said, women should stop of thinking of what people will say about them leaving their husband. Yes. It's not about anybody. Don't stay there and say what the world will say, what the neighbor will say, what the sister will say, what anybody will say, what my family of my husband will laugh at me, or where they will mock me in my family home. Now, God forbid, you are in 6 feet down the ground. Will they come there with you? Will they escort you to the gate of heaven? Will they be wrapped in the casket in the mortuary with you? Life goes on. You see that man, you say, oh, I want the marriage to work by fire, by force. I make a note to God. No, I refuse it. In my destiny, I will never divorce. Some of you are stubborn like that because of religion. And sometimes all these are brainwashed. No divorce in the Bible. Who told you that? Don't you know who else is Ruth? Who is Naomi? Who did not remarry? Ruth did not remarry. That is divorce after marriage. Some are widow. What are you talking about? Polygamous is even in the Bible. It's in your tongue. You'll be saying as if we have never seen it before. They will brainwash you, bash you. Some of those pastors is their third wife. They have remarried, but because you don't know their story, you never met them then. Or some will say, oh, I was in the high school, I was in the university. And when I was in the world, it's all lies. When I was in the world, now I'm with Christ. They have tested all the women. They have taken all their time to choose. They have rechosen. Now they are preaching to you. No, sister, no. Osinachi died. How many women like that? Another woman died. A lady died of recent again. Now sadly this Bimbo and now dictates this guy going online, showing vanity, showing us houses. Look at the guy. I'll show you some of his video. This is a man who the wife has just passed away. I could not believe what I'm seeing. Look at them when they were young. Look at the picture. If you befriended a girl from the age of 15 years, that is the guy. Can you see? They were 15 years there. Young teenager. Look at them. Look at him. This is the guy making mouth. Who should thank the woman who stood by you? Now everything is okay. What is wrong? Are you going to take everything to heaven? Look at their children. Look at that. They said when they finish beating her, the family will try to, before you know it, it will brainwash her. And they will start taking pictures, kissing on Instagram. They will put makeup as if nothing happened. The whole family will be dumbfounded. Yes. Sister Iwa Pelu Owa. Women need to start being practical and stop staying in abusive relationship. Yes. They need to be practical. Be real. Save yourself. Nobody can save you. Your mother cannot save you. You that you are in it. They are putting you in boiling kettle every day. You are saying nothing God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does not exist. I will go to prayer. I will fast, white fasting, 40 days and 40 nights. The latest fast you want to fast is 40 days and 40 nights. What does that justify this situation? No. It does not justify it. Let me look for the picture, and I need to get that particular picture out because when I saw it, I was sad. Let me get it. Yesterday, screenshot. See the screenshots. Minutes. Maybe it's. Let me look at it. It's not a lot. Is how come? And I say, what is happening in Nigeria? You see them, you say, don't believe everything you see on social media. Many are living this false life, giving you false information that my marriage are perfect. Yet they are supposed to be seeking help, screaming for help. Help me, I'm dying. Now I was surprised because at a point she was able to pack out. This is when you need to know that something is suspicious about this guy. She was able to move out. She moved out of the family home for a year. Okay, I'll read about them to you in a minute. Just let me read about their story. I need to read about them now. Okay. I said Bimbo, the wife of a popular car dealer, Ikechukwu Ogbonna, better known as IVD, suffered a severe burn during a violence incident at their estate. At the residence of Megabound Estate, Lekki, Lagos, after years of crying out multiple times about suffering abuse in her marriage. It was said that Bimbo confronted her husband, IVD, on Wednesday, October 12, over the constant beating she received and a fight engulfed. Neighbors claimed that they heard Bimbo scream during the fight. The fire resulted in the house being set ablaze. IVD was said to have escaped with minor burns. Bimbo suffered severe burns and was rushed to the intensive care unit last night. She was rejected by multiple hospitals before one also ended up accepting to treat her. This is another problem in Nigeria. When we are shouting Nigeria sometime, some people will use the negative energy rather to cry that we have issues in Nigeria. There's a Nigeria problem that life is at risk. They will carry somebody, they will manage to even take someone to first hospital. They'll be rejecting. Why should they reject someone who need immediate attention? Why should hospital be rejecting people who need an immediate attention? First hospital reject, second hospital reject. The last opportunity this person could have been able to survive, they'll be rejecting them. And guess the distance between one hospital to the other. Imagine. We need something to be done. If the hospital is not well established, they'll be rejecting people up and down. There should be a form and whatever, make it easy in an office or somewhere where they can attend to them. Save a life first. In England, in Europe, life will be saved. It's called A&E, accident emergency. We do first treatment, first assessment. If the person needs immediate attention, that is where they will resuscitate. That's where they will give first aid. That is where they will decide if they need admission. That's where they will decide if they need to take the person to the theater straight away. Not in our own land. Gongongeria is another word entirely. And we're 62 years. Yet people are clapping, we don't have a problem. What is wrong with that country? Do you know every amount of soul that are wasted like that? Pregnant women and all the people that shouldn't have died. Sometimes it's little things. Maybe blood. They will not be able to get the type of blood they needed. They will be looking for blood everywhere. Oh, gas, ordinary gas. A hospital will be built. They will not have a gas. If you cannot have a standby oxygen, don't open. Why don't they have this what do you call it? Health officers that visit them. Who are the people that issue licenses to these people? If the hospital is not capable of that standard, don't open hospital. It's simple, so that those people will not put their mind that there's one hospital near to us. Let's rush our child. Imagine a little child with asthma. What do they need? Part of first aid will be nebulizer and oxygen. Oh, now you take the child there. Oh, they are saying sorry. Go to this one. And so. Maybe the traffic alone. The child will be struggling in the car. Many dies like that. Now they refuse this lady. All the hospital, they were refusing her. Life is going on. She was there. This comes 3 years after the domestic abuse. She has been, no, it's not 3 years really. She made it public 3 years ago. She's been suffering, okay? She's been married, I'll tell you. She's been suffering and she made it public in May 2019. Bimbo regained consciousness after she was beaten to coma by her husband during pregnancy. She was 8 months pregnant at that time. Who is the man? This is what we are saying. And yet you say you love a man. You are 8 months pregnant. That man will still beat you. With a full time, you could die. She was in coma. This same man will still have audacity. The baby you put inside of me. They have not beaten a pregnant woman, complication, anything. You know, she need lot of love, lot of care, lot of pamper, just to get over 9 months, just to deliver. It's too life. The moment a mother wants to go to the hospital, it's too life we are fighting for. We are fighting for the life of the mother. We are fighting for the life of the baby. How dare a man, a real man who is in his own head, who will not consider his own child, not the life of the mother who is carrying his own child, beat her to coma. This is this Ogbonna, Ikechukwu Ogbonna. This is the red flag. I want a lot of women who are sleeping, who are dozing, who are snoring, who are religious confused, who are brainwashed by heritage of legacy of their great-grandmother, ancestors, who are worried by conspiracy or stigmatization, what people will call them. I'm waking you up from your slumber. Save your life. Save yourself for a man who does not care, who does not value you. Yes, if a man who could treat you that way, let me tell you, don't say, he loves me. When he gets or some will be deceiving themselves. They are consoling themselves. That's why they say that really. Not that the man loves them. They are comforting themselves. They say, oh, he only did it when he's upset. You know, once he's upset, that's when he gets. So the only thing I can do, I will try not to be upsetting my husband. Are you listening to what you are talking about? Do you record yourself? Record it and go back. When your brain is calm, listen to it. You will know that you are talking jargons. I'm sorry to say, I'm not being disrespectful. But we need to, we are talking about life. I'm speaking with all that is in me because I want you to wake up from your sleep. I want you to make a change, a U-turn today to learn. If you let this woman die in vain, don't be the next to die. Nobody will follow you under the grass. The day they are burying, everybody die. We shall see no more. I will remember the song they normally sing when they are burying people now. That is the day they will cry. When they get home, the one that cannot eat that night, by the next day afternoon lunch, hunger will catch them. They will eat. By the following Sunday, everybody will still dance in church. They will say, in everything, give thanks to the Lord. You are gone. There's nothing. The next thing now, how they will distribute little thing you have here and there. The rest, sometimes, if you don't have children, if you have children, even if the children cannot wear it, they will even share it. The children will never see it. God forbid this you. So let's use our brain. 8 month pregnancy. Then on the 4th of October, IVD released a video of him recording and reconciling with his wife days after she released and exposed, explaining how she suffered domestic violence for him for 19 years. How do you sit in the same position? This is pinch yourself and say, no be juju be that. Say, ask yourself, say, is it no juju? Don't be juju be this. Get a paper. If some of you things does not ginger you, like ginger biza. Things does not zazuze for you. Get a plain paper, A4 paper. Get a blue pen and green and red pen. Write good and bad. Start writing what is happening in your life. And start writing which one you want. Mark it. If the bad is more in your life, then you are in a wrong situation. What is the way out? Beginning to plan your way out. Escape as fast. If that red is more than blue, no. Your life call what they call SOS. They call it 999. They call it 111. They call it 101. Whatever country you are, you know the number. You dial it. Immediately you dial the number. They say, can we help you? We are sending the fire brigade. They don't want to know which one. They will send the doctor. They will send the ambulance. They will send the fire brigade. Because what means that it can be any of those people that you need their help. Your situation is critical. Many of you sit down there. A man is beating you in pregnancy. He tried it first night. He say, it's a mistake. I will never do it in my life. Maybe you say, it's a work of the devil. That one you can still go to church. You say, it's the devil. Okay. It's not too much. The next time now, he pin you on the wall and say, how dare I will kill you nothing where you did not carry your bag. Say, this thing is graduating, It's leaving you from kindergarten to secondary, from secondary to polytechnic, from polytechnic to university, from university to Oxford University. You are finished. Laboratory. You know where they're going to finish you? Wuhan, in the laboratory, where they create COVID-19. That is where they will finish you. You will not escape. Don't say I didn't tell you. Start writing it now. The man who can beat 19 years and you will come 20 years, no matter what, at least we are up to 20 years now, and the Lord is pushing it. I will manage this suffering and smiling. You go back, you pancake your face. They just beat you last night. Some of them, they are raping you, and he will never even tell you anything nice. You cook for him, he will bash you. In fact, you're confident. You don't even have confidence among your friends. Nobody, you cannot boast of anything. Money, care, it does not. You don't even know what it's like to pet a pregnant woman, yet you are still producing baby. You did not rush to the doctor. Maybe you have two for him. Go to the doctor. Go and fix family planning. Go and sort that one out. At least you have 5 children. You will not do that. You are still lying down. At least let him be fetching water into the basket. Can't you sort yourself out? Remove baby inside. This woman sat there. 5 children. Jesus. Are they selling them in the market? Are they using them to collect loan in the bank? In nowadays. Guess why I'm upset now? I'm not saying they cannot. They have money. They can have 200 children if they want. But this guy, as much as he's so evil that he even hates his own children, this lady give back for him. You know what? There's something that my grandmother said to me one day. And he make it in a proverb. And said, the wife that you not desire, that you do not love from your heart, that you do not connect to, that in your heart does not choose. The children she bore, your heart does not desire. When I heard what this man was saying, tears dropped out of my heart yesterday. At a point, he was cursing his own children. That the daughter is even a bastard like the mother. His own word. His own children. The wife has died. Yeah, he's even cursing this guy. He went to his page and writes that if anybody cry, when they are burying her, he will do this to all of them. This guy, yesterday, go to his page. This man is a witch. He's a demon. I wish the Bimbo could see that she's living with your enemy. He hates you. That don't mean they won't sleep with you. You are just an object. That don't mean they won't get you pregnant. You are just there. You are a slave. You don't understand. You got to value yourself. You got to escape because you deserve better. But you want to make history. Oh, among my mother's children, nobody divorced. What if your own now? You are dying now. They put you in the fire. The fire is not going down. No. They are making it higher. 200, 400, 500, 1,000 until you become a bone. You know, the bone rise up in the Bible. Your own bone is gone forever. In fact, the powder itself will not see it. It will evaporate. I pity some of you. You will stay there. He despised the children. 5. God knows. I think the family should just go and take those children from this guy. Oh. He doesn't deserve those children. My heart goes out to those children. His own children. Evil man. Abba. You don't think. Is it that Bimbo that wicked for 21 years? Does it mean this woman has never done one good thing in your life? Does it mean she's she's so evil to you that this man does not remember one bit now? All comes out of him about her was that she's a destroyer. She will scatter. She throw tantrums. She's a damaged woman. Why? Because she was subjected to abuse all her life in their marriage. This is what they call bloody marriage. Toxic, dungeon. It's like some of them, you will see them wear clothes, but it's like they chain them and lock them inside the dark room and throw the key. That Bimbo, you might see her on the internet, take picture, look gorgeous. But she's in a dungeon, in a dark room, they've thrown the key. Inside, she's dying. She just wear cloth, come and show. Even that cloth, she don't have a friend. She don't go anywhere. This guy is obsessed and controlling. Manipulator to the last. I don't think the family is even seeing her. Initially, I said, what is the family looking? If it's my sister, I will tie her 2 legs. We'll go and carry her. I will take her to this white garments. Let them whip that madness off her. By the time we torture ourselves, we will force her. We will now go and take injunction and bind we will break the marriage ourselves. You don't have husband again, he's dead. Then I started hearing what the brother was saying. I was crying. They tried. Not that they are looking. But some of the friends, she has some few friends. I don't know, maybe they could be neighbor. Who welcome her after this man put her in a conscious coma. 8-month pregnancy. She was lying in hospital. God deliberately revived her life. Maybe because of the seed inside of her. How many women they kick like that died? They still have the baby. I will not have that baby. I will not enter your house again. God will save me from coma. I will not love you again in my life. I will hate you. I will denounce you. In fact, that baby will bear my father's name. We will go to heaven's court. Which court? You are not the father. I will denounce you. It's a woman who knows by the time you carry me to court, you are not the father. Yes, I went to cheat. You will now see madness outside. Come and sue me. I will give the baby my father's name. Sometimes madness call for madness. You think you have madness? Some of you need to display. You not display the right time. You carry baby, girl, come and get Ogbonna, IVU baby. Which stupid baby did he give birth? When I'm dying in a coma, I will come back and sit down in your house. She came back. Many of you are still like that. As we are shouting, everybody shout, Osinachi, let us learn. Everybody make noise. All the motivations, all the activists cry. Those women, wake up, stand up, don't die. Hey, escape, go to neighbor, speak out, tell your family. Do we know another one will happen again? They've done it again now. We are shouting. He that hears, let him hear what the Lord is saying. I realize that when the word of God is saying, many have eyes they cannot see. I didn't know that. You know, the word of the Lord is so deep. Sometimes when you are reading it, it will not make sense. But when certain things happen, you say, no wonder. I realized that this is the reason why that word was. Things like this, you will be expecting, don't just now, bisa, wake up, be body, lie. They will sit down there. They don't just say anything. She went back. They were welcoming her in that video. Hey, Bimbo, Ogbonna, nothing can separate you. We love you. You back to your husband. You back for good. They were welcoming this woman into the den, lion's den. Run from such friends. They don't love you. I will not let them even see me. Talk less, they will hold my hand and tell me that I should come back to the lions den. The man, I said, the man you have been waiting 19 years. Nothing changed. Why will you wait in 19 years? 1 year self is too long. It's not by mistake. We make mistake. Oh. You know why I say we could make mistake? Let me tell you the deceit of the devil. When you are choosing, sometimes, maybe lack of patience, something may go wrong. I want you to know something might go wrong. Either the person who come to you, who show that care that you really need, like your dream man, devil might send them to you. And lack of patience, lack of saying, let me hear from God, let me study, let me wait. You too, you are carried away. You say, finally, my dream man has come. Oh, I will not waste time. He's even writing about wedding straight away. He's ready to go and pay my bride price. Every woman's dream. He's ready to buy me my wedding gown. No, he didn't even. I don't want a girlfriend. I don't want all those time wasting time. I want to marry you for real. You know, when women hear all these sweet things, and you see the guy serious, he take you to his house, he's treating you like queen. Women forget. We throw away investigation. So mistake by the physical. We are not looking now with spiritual. That is where the mistake will go wrong. Sometimes we don't allow others to pray with us. Maybe we pray with us, you study, you give him test. A lot of mind test, mind game. You game him, you see his reaction, how he will behave. You send some people too to him to see how he will behave. Then you'll be holding it. Maybe you try him with patience, you try him with trust, you see how he's going to behave. If it's the type that is passing all those tests, you say, oh, then I can rely on this guy. We can be a team. We can work together. Many will not even make an attempt. They will just be carried away. He's already even telling his family now. We are going to so place to go and meet his mother for real. His brother that is working with the politician. They have connection. Guess what? They sell you the physical you want to see. You will now enter the what they call one chance. Point of no return because you are carried away. Okay? Once you enter it, that what you call marriage, turn to bondage. God forbid for you, okay? You will not have that. God will choose a good man for you. You that you are in a marriage, God will choose a good marriage for you. And you that you know that by mistake, by the deceit of the devil, God will set you free. Now, why am I saying this? When the person now is in this relationship, you now started saying, you see that it's a deceit of the devil. It's a chameleon. They will not start, the true color will start showing. Maybe you're already giving birth to two. This is not what, he started beating you, getting angry. You say, what is happening? Don't go out, don't have friends, and don't wear this, don't wear that. He started locking you in the house. Don't work. I want you to stay at home. I don't want my wife. He's not jealous. A lot of things is happening in your life. Become a bondage. Now, because you are trapped now, you will say, me that I used to praise my husband to my friend, me that used to tell everybody to my mom, you're not quiet. You remain silent because you want to keep that shame, because you don't want them to know, instead of you to try and find solution. But the more you are keeping quiet, you are keeping it secret, you know that you are keeping it, then the more they abuse because you know you are enduring. Then you know, he also knows that you are relying on him. Now, in Bimbo's case, this guy refused to let her do anything. Remember, she dropped out of school. Among her parents, there are siblings, there are 7 of them. It's not from a low class. The father is very okay, very rich. So she dropped her where she's busy following lover boy from a young age and got pregnant early. So in the end, because she's running away from home, following this guy to slum, they decide to say, let them marry. Okay, you want marry by fire by fire. Oh yeah, marry. They took the boy as their own. They show love to this guy. He's supposed to take that family as his own. Take that mother as his own today. He was beating, he even slapped the mother. The woman cried on that video. Some of you have seen this video. My heart breaks. I say, oh God. If mama shout, maybe they're in the hospital, I don't know the place. The woman was in pain, saying, you destroy my daughter. I'll show you, but I'm reading this. So let me read the remaining for you. So after the 8-month pregnancy, right, when she was in coma, they settled it. Then she went back to him. Then on the October 4th, that was in May. On October 4th, they released another video of reconciling, okay? After she suffered domestic violence for 19 years, which I was advising you don't have to stay there and be looking and be hoping and be praying. What makes you to endure 3 years, 4 years? It's too long. They don't stop. It's an addiction. It's an habit. So there's, an abuser enjoy dishing out pain. Their joy now becomes seeing you in pain. If some of you don't know, they now obsessed with dealing with you. Give them satisfaction. They control the authority. They feel big in themselves, pushing you down, beating you down, subjecting you, humiliating you. They are okay. They are happy. They don't want to lose that power of authority, which means that will continue. So if you are there fasting for them, your fasting cannot catch them. You cannot change who's name unless that abuser is ready to change. That's when God himself can visit that person. Because they are swallow devil. After she returned online at other times to give hints at her suffering and abuse, in January 22, she declared herself mentally unstable and says her life is being destroyed, where she said that welfare should take over her children, that she's not stable, which here stated she already on a very chronic depression. She's facing depression. A lot of women don't understand that when they are crying, when they are not sleeping, when they are worried, when they are unhappy, BP could have been rising here. A lot of medical issues going on here. Insomnia is going on here. You are not happy. You're not seeing that man. He's already following different girlfriend. She's aware of all of this. How do you expect her to have joy? But this is who's supposed to be your best friend, okay? She left a short note believed to be directed at her husband. He said, I give you more than I give myself. I'm so loyal to you that I betray myself. She said that. That was her writing. So sometime in her pain, she will go out and write again, and express what she's going through. And at one point, she wrote about what happened to them, to her story. And I read, when I got into this marriage, it was with good intention. My father did not collect a dime from you, Ogbonna family. He single-handedly funded our marriage. Because he does not joke with his children. He said, you are evil and wicked today. I will not say anything, because I see a foul play. Every time you come out, you fake vision to see. You lie against me to everybody. And God will continue to vindicate me. Every time you told them that I'm mad. Do I look mad person to you? So this is where she was complaining. The guy now is manipulating. And what is causing the mental issue? She has depression. Then they also confirm that she normally see these things, because it's either she did this oath with him or this ritual thing concerning money, or this business something, like to sell, to make money with him, secretly, which she told some of her friends. you know. And I don't know why should you as a woman be doing stuff like that with any man? Don't follow any man or anybody, your wife, your husband though, in order for us. When that thing started, let's say the it's a business deal to make money, to let the business work. You don't know where he went, you don't know what they told him. Let's say maybe it's 2 years you will live. He will never tell you that you will die in 2 years. Let's say the side effect could be maybe your leg. You will not be able to walk. You will have a big wound in that leg. Soon, that same man will be the one who will denounce you and say he can no longer marry you. Go and marry a fresh oyoyo and bring her to the house and push you aside. And he's the one that caused you that. So we as a woman, we need to think our brain. Don't get used by anyone under any circumstances. Under any love, don't make a note with any man. These are the results. These are more the reason that is beyond the eye that this lady was trapped with this guy. No matter what they do. So she's scared of all probably the repercussion of what they say. If you leave, what will happen to you? Whatever you did will go back to you, to your head. He said, you say, even to the extent you pour water on my 4-year-old daughter. Now is my daughter attempting suicide. You see, the abuse now did not only stop between these two people. The children are seeing it. It's affecting them. It's a constant scene. Everybody around them say their fight is constant between both of them. As the wife is shouting, he too, the husband is weary. Whenever that one come, that one is even the one that carry weapon. That one is the one that will carry this thing and beat a woman black and blue. Always until the way they will carry her to the hospital. So she was saying all of these things that she's not okay. And they said, then she was thinking, she said, we are 7 in my family. They are all graduates, working, succeeding. Some are house owners and millionaires. He said, now only me spoil my entire life. My father and sister funded you trip to South Africa. Do you see the beginning that I was telling you? That this family made Ogbonna IVD. The father was the one who established his business. This motto thing this guy is selling now. All the family, they are not saying this today. Why do people forget their foundation? When people do you good, you don't pay them evil. Because he pregnated their daughter, for him to rise up as a man, to be able to have a home, to be able to lead his family. You know, they want him to not to be feeding. They don't just want to be paying their rent, feed them, but they want him to stand up. The father sponsor him to be going traveling and all that, to do deal. So that was the beginning of his foundation, right? He said, to South Africa, where you and your family, you put a narrative that I'm mad. I have the proof and voice notes that your younger brother was calling me demon. You see, the family too, they were all against her. Imagine that. It's not only facing problem for my husband, our in-laws too, they were all against her. They are tired and all that. They're always extremely, you know. For one day, no responsibility. I kept short. Hide you. What we are hiding? Because if I begin it, he said we are hiding. He said I shut up. I did not want to say anything. Because if I beginning to say anything, so you can also know, these are the secret I'm telling you now. She ended up telling some of her friends of what the fetish thing this guy would say she should do in the night, and the oath they made. She ended up telling them just before she died that's why she keep coming back. And then she's seeing things. When she's seeing the thing, her mind will be going, she don't know what she's doing again. Then she said, I can beginning to tag names of a lot of women. These are the lovers that she knows that the husband is wasting money carrying them. He said their marriage can even has ended long. This marriage has ended long enough. We are only coexisting for the children. You still go out there, use my name to be boosting. You have no conscience. We do not talk. We only speak when the kiss, regarding the kiss. A few days back, you started to rebel with my first daughter. I was shocked. If marriage fail, will it fail raising children? I don't want my son to be sexually active like your friend kids, God forbid. So she was concerned that even if our marriage is not working, this guy is showing a lot of hate towards our children. It's cause for concern. Okay, you suffer enough abuse and you are thinking this lady should be normal. She's not normal. She's going through a lot of depression. So he said she was said to have been with him since she was a teenager, when she started a family just as age 15. She said, Bimbo said IVD has reportedly pointed gun at her in the presence of their kids. She said he cheated on her regularly and beat her often. Despite speaking about suffering on social media, she stayed in that marriage. They have been together for 22 years. Now, a lot of people are commenting and saying some things. They say they could have walked out of IVD instead of this. Now, she burned beyond recognition. They say when this fire was on, this man could have easily rescued her. He even locked the door so that he could not escape. She has to try and jump, probably through window, to rescue her. A man who hates you so much that even wish you die finally, or opportunity come that you should even die. What are we talking about? He's so confident in the law, in his connection in Nigeria, that nothing will happen to him. He will settle the matter. Some of you, if you realize, there was a video trending regarding this singer, Burna Boy. They said this IVD was in that club that day. He carried Kwakwa to that club, this guy. That is why those are the people who suppressed that case. This is the guy. The wife was not telling him that. Shebi, you know, the person died. Say even if he died, they withdraw the case. He has that confidence. If not for anything, right? The old woman that is crying about the child, that you destroy her life, you are insulting that mama. She's not your mate. She lost a child. She can scream. She can grab you even. If whatever she do to you, you deserve more than that. Nobody will say if the woman shouts, unless you want what that woman is feeling. No. Forever she will be crying for that child she will never see again in her life. Whenever she even hear the voice of those grandchildren, which we don't even know what this man will still do to those children, because they are not safe with him. He hate them because he hate their mother. So sad. He ran away, leaving the wife on the way to the hospital. The man is so wicked. I believe he burned Bimbo, because there's no way she will set herself on fire and still jump inside the swimming pool. Are we picking points? This is the man narrating that is what happened. That Bimbo fought him. The same Bimbo locked the door. The same Bimbo pour petrol on herself. The same Bimbo fire the house. The same Bimbo still try jump inside the pool. Something fishy. This lady took in as a child, 15 years. I have 5 kids for this guy. She stopped her education to raise kids. Unfortunately, the IVD guy is abusive. He beat Bimbo to coma while pregnant with the 5th child, now born her with the guy. Born her. The guy born her. I'm reading comments. What people are saying. IVD pushed Bimbo out of the car. Do you see? They said when they rescue her, when I saw this one, when they were rescuing her to the hospital, guess what they said this guy did? They said IVD pushed Bimbo out of the car, even in a burnt state. Let me try and show you this. That's this one I'm reading here. Even in a burnt state, he said, why did she stay despite all what he did to her? That is the greatest form of hearted anyone can ever show God. When I say sometime, it's not possible. Some of you will marry your enemy. It's by mistake. The day you try to save a marriage, you try to change a man, you try to say, oh, they say, oh, you talk too much. Now you become who don't talk too much again. They say, okay, humble, oh, you humble. Oh, it's food you don't cook, you cook. Okay, it's this one, you do. Yet that man, you don't even see atom of trace. You have married your enemy. Instead of him to become calmer, loving to you, the situation is worse. He's jealous of you. If they call him out like this to say, oh, say one good thing about your missus to us, they give him a microphone. He cannot find one thing. And you can even say your marriage is 9 years or something. This man cannot find one thing to say. Complain, oh, we say, what can we say? We are just there, Sha. Just know that you have made a mistake. You have tried. As God said, you have tried your best. Because you will remain unhappy to the end like this. God is God of second chance. But many do not allow God to give them that second chance. If you don't walk out of the trap, the cage that you are currently, if you don't get that description, let me tell you, it's like when they say the people who kidnap someone and they, maybe let's say at a young age, let's just say age 5 now, that child is being taken away to one life in basements and grow there. That is the place he knows, and grow there all their life. And for one reason or the other, maybe investigation now came or something happened and they rescued that child, and is now, let's say, age 18. And the first day that child come outside, do you know, it can never be the same. Everything will look different. Why? Because it will not make sense. It's like he's so used to that same life where it's coming from. Until you get that freedom to start exploring. You now start exploring. This is called double bus. This is bus stop. This is library. This is where you buy your card. This is the shopping mall. This is supermarket. This is high street. What do they do there? This is saloon. Okay. This is laundry. Okay. Second chance. But if that child never come out till age 70, he will never miss television. He will not know the queen has died. He will not know anything happening. He will not know there is iPad, latest iPhone. He will not. No, the only life that child knows there, inside the dungeon, you'll be comfortable. You that you are suffering of abuse, you will be comfortable there because you did not escape to freedom, to get a new life, to start afresh. The moment you get that freedom, you explore. Oh, you say, wow, you feel good. You say, thank you'll be walking, you will be asking yourself, how come? What? In fact, that 1 year, if it's 1 year, you've been with that wicked man. You say, oh God. You feel like that man must pay that 1 year back, because he'll be paying you that if it's that 1 year, you will have known where you will be by now. I will have finished my master degree now. Maybe I will have become manager now. And you see things start changing for you. A man tie you down. No education. A man tie you down. Anything you say, I want to do business. You say, no. My wife is not a rich man. No. Many of them that are even doing in Nigeria, you go and see them. They are poor. More than church rats. You will ask their wife, why are they not working? My oga don't want me to work. Oh. And they don't have nothing. Those one are the strangest one I have in Africa. They don't have nothing. And they don't want the woman. He will carry baby. Before you know, another pregnancy. What is that? Okay, you don't want her to work. They will say, men will go and be talking to them. They will go and be misbehaving there. Okay. What about business, shop? What about something self-employment? What's the excuse? You still don't want her to do that. Then the woman will now be, daddy wa, want to buy Maggi, daddy wa, want to buy the potato, daddy wa, child cough medication. He went since morning. The poor child who need ordinary cough medicine, the she will not, period, even monthly that you don't expect, suddenly start flowing. Daddy wa is not back to give you money. What kind of bondage is that? And you two, you sat down there. You didn't prove yourself. You can learn hairdressing. Give yourself talent. These are gifts that once you learn it, it yields money for you. You sat down in that marriage. Front you are not. Backward you are not. You are stagnant. Because you cannot even, you yourself, you don't have that determination. You are waiting for one man. Baba, I will not allow that. Oh, no. You don't want me to work in the office. Okay, I want to know. I will go and learn how to do makeup and how to tie gele. See some women now on parties, they will tie gele. They will be paying them £10, £15. Makeup now, they do them for £60. Some, they will hire them all day. Big money, 150. Tax-free money. They will still do in that party. After they will still do other people touch up and all that. They will make extra money. You sit down there. You cannot braid hair. You cannot sell. You cannot help yourself. What if this same man now betray you? Where do you start from? You have 2 children or 3. And once they throw you out, some of them, they will not even take responsibility of these children. I have a video of what makes me to be very upset with this guy. So I'm still reading. This one say, this lady said, look at what she wrote. Let me read it for you. She said, I was one of those that hawk those markets like gala in 2019. But when we went back to IVD, I stepped back. When she decided to give me access to her page again, I knew she wasn't happy with the Daily Hills and fan page to show her marriage was perfect. I promised myself not to shoot my mouth in high-profile DV case publicity again, especially those who are all support resources but refuse to take it. You see, this lady said she was giving that support. This lady pepperti, she became mentally unstable. The beating no be there. Oh. This say a whole lot. Why she said as okay. They said she said that how do you love someone more than yourself? God, please give her another chance. How do you love somebody more than yourself? Do you love someone more than yourself? Love yourself. Love your neighbor as you love yourself, which means you have to love yourself in order to love someone. You never love someone, I love him too much. Don't love anybody. It's become obsession. Control it. If someone, you see, it's two-way. The love we talk about is two-way. You cannot be giving. This person, you giving, and they never give you back. You stop. You turn back on them. They turn back on you. You turn back on them. You just mind your business then. You feed them their own medicine. Feed them what they feed you, so they know. There's no point you are covering and I'm trying my best. You keep loving. Learn to say, I'm loving you, darling. You cannot. Some men, they don't know how to be romantic. You have to be romantic. You will tell your husband what you want. And he will say, you know now, I love you inside of me. No, I cannot enter inside your skull. You have to tell me. You have to express, you have to cuddle me. You have to say it. I want to hear it. That's what makes me happy. He will change. He will start doing it. You will not be the one say I love you. You will not be the only one remember his birthday and you buy gift and he never buy, he never remember. It's on your own. He will say, oh, sorry. The next day, baby, do you know what is today? He will be looking. What is today? Now guess. He will always say sorry to you, and you too will take it. You say he thinks too much, the family back home. It's excuse. Why didn't you forget his own? It takes two to tango. He has to put you in mind too. Your anniversary, Valentine's Day. These are the opportunity to treat women. Mother's Day, Christmas, no excuse. Always that little. It doesn't have to be a fortune to buy you anything exorbitant. But that little care, it shows that you're always in my heart. You're always in my heart. You're unique. I value you. I appreciate you. Even if you are a stay-home mom, you care for my children. I appreciate you. I could have been paying so much for nanny. But you give up everything for the meantime. You are raising them. Let them grow a little bit before they can start school full time. Then you can go back to work. I appreciate you. You're a best mom. On Mother's Day, we do hamper. He will wake up in the morning. He will make breakfast for you. Yes, that's a loving husband. You can go mad for such a man. Not the one that everything you will do, you will condemn it. You will never praise you, never appreciate you, never remember your birthday, never remember anniversary. But if it's to carry the best flower to their side chick now, you will see them, they will give brand new car to their side chick. You will see those men, they are crazy spender to their side chick because they finished their score with Kayamata. They have finished their life with Juju there. They've entered the point of no return. Meanwhile, at home, their real family, they are suffering. Don't love a man more than yourself. Love yourself first. If you are giving, the man too don't give you. Change style. He will be the one to call you. Baby, what happened? You have changed. You say, yes, there's problem on the mountain. There's fire around here. I don't know what is happening. Please, sir, honorable, the oga patapata of this family, I love you, but me, I'm not seeing the love. It's like I'm loving you by force, by fire. Where is my own love? You are not returning it back to me. That's why everything changed. Let us table it now. Know where we are going. Don't hide. Don't say silence. If that one is even not something of violence, so is that he's forgetting you, he's not doing all those petty love. You set it on the table so that it's ringing in his brain. He cannot be sending money, my sister, my brother, family, and you are there. You that you are doing and washing his clothes, middle of the night, romancing, cooking, and nothing for you. Are you born to come and do this thing? Who don't like better thing? You have to voice out. Love is give and take. Don't overlove. I love him. With more I love him. One day we return it back to me. That you are loving you are forcing yourself in a marriage with that. Now let me show you the videos. Let me show you the video that makes me to close my mouth on this guy. That no. This wickedness of the highest order. When you say you are hearing highest order, I saw it. I had a jaw drop over this guy. and it's bad. Okay, let me show you. I think I'll show you this one. Okay, I've shown you them. Look at them. Look at their picture first. See them, young age. Them there. See them. See them. They're always online. And you see them cuddle up, kissing. You see them doing all of that. You will never know that he's beating her. The one I see where it was beaten, I need to get that picture out because I hated that picture so much. I didn't like that one. I want to show it. I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, I found it. Look at her body. A man did this to you. Look at what a man did to this. This is Bimbo's body. This is Bimbo here. Okay, these are them. They are the one. Look at these are part of what she's suffering. Oh. Sorry. What am I showing you, sir? It's the other woman. Sorry. Some people have been suffering this kind of pain. You see? The other woman. Yes, that other woman. Some of you are like this. You will say, he love me now. It's when he's upset that he does this to me. That's that woman. That one too, the husband has killed her. Let me now show you the video. This is her sister crying. Let me play the sister for you. No something like that, Ikechukwu.
In drug. This is how you overdose yourself in drug. This is the shit that you do, and then you come online and say, I do all this shit. So you, the real manipulator, this is who you are.
Do you see? Do you see her? Look at toxic. A man doing this to you. She's beating black and blue. How could you not save yourself? How could you not save yourself? Look at blood. Blood everywhere. See blood. Look at their house. Look at them. Look at their home. Look at this. Where is the thing is not talking. They didn't have volume.
Ebube's mom is gone. IVD. IVD.
That's the sister.
My sister into the fire. You watched her burn. You videoed her. This fire is burning me. You burnt me. You burnt me. This fire is burning me. You watched her burn. You pushed her into the fire. You were videoing her. You were videoing her burning. Oh, Chimo. Hi. This fire is burning me. Hi. I don't have to eat anymore. This fire is burning me. 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 This one is burning me. This fire is burning me. Oh, I video. Oh, I video.
You've heard it.
You're on the run. Oh, run. Oh, run. This mom is gone.
What did she do? What did that's the sister. The sister of Bimbo said IVD pushed the sister in the fire and video her that now they are saying he had the video where she's dying. He recorded it and kept that video. That hate is too much. Now come and watch.
Every day she spoils all my property, destroys everywhere. Every day is destroy. She does not bring, she does not add, all she knows is to destroy and instigate evil into the kids. And she has 4 girls. I pray those 4 girls should be like her. Useless woman, useless a mother. I pray the 4 girls should be like her. That does not have respect. That slaps her husband, that beats her husband. And my eyes are clear. Whenever you try to hit me, I'll kill you. If you don't leave this house. Bring up a woman.
Do you hear that? When men are threatening your life, run. He said, It's like the man, he said all the daughters that he has for him, they are exactly like her. That these are the children. He's talking as if these children are not his. He despise them. That is what shocked me from what this guy is saying. And what has destroyed within that video is showing, I see some cable. You know when you are doing pulling, roughing, both of you are scuffing together, they are fighting, maybe cables and things pulled. Why? You don't expect her to fall down and be looking at you. You are beating her. You are bigger than her. You are stronger than her. You are supposed to be the one to protect this woman. Yet, you are the one victimizing your wife. A man is meant to be the angel to the woman. A man will see danger and say, no, kill me first, protect my family. That is the duty of a man. They say they call a man head. Of what good is that head? Most men, they are now the tail. They have lost their mind, the respect, the glory God has given them because they are not doing that will God said they should do. God put you as a head, as the leader, as a protector, as a defender, not as a beater, not as an abuser. Sometimes some that don't even beat you, psychologically, they know how to torture your mind. You will not, the word will say, but he's not doing anything, but we are not hearing his voice. A very gentle man, but hey, some more, if you hear some story, you'll be shocked what some men are capable of turning some women to. The woman will now become shadow of herself. She will be mad because that man is putting fire inside. Yet he's not beating her, but what he's doing inside is tormenting her. In the kitchen, what to touch, what not to touch, what time to enter, what not to enter. The children, no peace, he cannot sleep. What he's saying to people outside, the woman will be there thinking he will go, create blood pressure. He will go, he will not have friendship in the house. He will talk to the children, except children will be against her. When will the woman not turn mad, a mad woman? There are some of them, it's a psychological torture they will give you in this world. They will ruin your reputation. In fact, all the friends that used to respect you, they will break all your badge that you think you have, your dignity, they will destroy it. Just to bring you down. Look at where the mother is talking. Let's say this woman is even shouting. This a mother, the daughter just died. You know, you have to imagine. Excuse me. You have to imagine all of a sudden, a woman who is not sick physically, she's not sick in hospital. She didn't die of cancer. No accident, nothing bad happened. Heady, able body. They just called the mama, grand, said the daughter died. Imagine the confusion of states the mother is raging. Maybe now at the hospital, it's obvious this guy that ran away, they were looking for him. Say, of all people, you not even stay with this woman to the last. Maybe that anger. That woman now is now upset. Talking in this video, you will hear word for word what this guy was talking to, how he was addressing an old woman. If not for anything for her age, for the fact that she's the one that gave birth to a woman you've been with for 22 years. If not for the fact that the grace that these are the people who found your foundation. These are people who give birth to a woman that give you 5 children. Hear what he says to this mama. And I want you to listen carefully at the end of that video. He did not show that part. He put phone down. But he hit that woman. Listen to it.
It's yours. Okay, this is a video of me again in my house. Actually, I got back yesterday from the work and I was so exhausted, and what I got from my partner was a heated argument and all that. She was insulting me. There's nothing she didn't say to me. But what I decided to do was not to touch her and all that. So see what she did. Burn cuttings everywhere. She burns everywhere, and I can't even really help. After she was destroying, I have a lot of evidence of when she had destroyed. So after the what's it called? After the house, and I did inside. Fire. She put on fire everywhere. In my house. In my house, this is fire inside. In my house. In my house. In my house. In my own house. She locked me outside and could not access to my house. And what she did next was to lock me outside and keep the kids. No problem. I think I'm just gonna leave the house for her now.
Now, do you realize this is a guy, the wife just died? All he is after was physical, materialistic things, property. This is my house. See what she did, oh. See the house, oh. See the window, the fire, oh. He burned the fire down. No feeling, mother of your children. This video weakens me, and I couldn't believe that this is the man. The wife just died. A terrible death. Painful, terrible death. She was dying slowly, and she knew that this man would be the last. That if they said to her in that moment that even if the worst happened, Ogbonna will not save her. She will say, no matter how they normally fight, but to save my life is in danger, he will come and save me. She too will be asking herself, so you'll be watching me die? That is reality now. He caught up with her. And so he didn't truly love me. So all these years, it's all fake. Now, guess what? Some women who don't want to accept that you loving who does not love you. I want to leave this here. A sample of a man who does not love you. If you like, give yourself 24 hours on the bed with a man who does not love you, will not love you. If you like, reject all your family, denounce them, and say, oh, this man is only the God and heaven you have, oh, he will still not love you, no matter what you do. If you like, hand over every inheritance and change it to his name, he will still not love you. He will close his eye. As wicked as this man just did to this lady who did not deserve. She did not deserve it. She thought she was living in denial. She was carried away. You know, the love she believed she loved was love at first sight. Teenage age love. That love has long faded from this guy. But she was still thinking, it's still the same. It does not change. If they ask me, this guy, this lady probably have never cheated on this guy. This lady that died. She will be loyal to the last. With everything in her, she will love this guy, a wicked man. Who will even value car more than her life. Who will value cotton that God burnt more than her life. Who will value chair more than her life. Who will value materialistic to human being. Mother of your children, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How evil could this world be? And how come evil is so much existing within us in Nigeria nowadays? How come that heart of men are full of evil now? What is happening? It's now left to us to choose which we want, to try our best, to look, to zoom. You know they call something this telescopic camera in the lab. Things I could not see, it will zoom it to the last. You put tiny things now, it will zoom it and make you see those microbiotic virus and bacteria. It's now down to you as a woman to look out. It's down to you as a man too to look and fish out, so you don't marry to your enemy. You don't dine with the devil when you don't have a long spoon. If you don't have a bola spoon, don't go and dine with the devil. Otherwise, you might be jeopardizing, risking your life. You might be going to a journey of no return. May that not be your portion. I've never seen a man who the wife will die and come out. Come and hear what you call the old wife. Come and hear what you call the wife. You hear now.
See what she did to me? She just hit me right now. See what this bastard did to me?
Yeah.
See what she did to me?
She said, this is just a little scratch, like a nail scratch. You can see a lot of beating, bruises, wounds, cuts on Bimbo's body. Oh. She was in coma in 8-month pregnancy. Oh. She died. God revived her. Just a tiny scratch in our body, Ogbonna, the IVD motor seller. Look at the woman. Say a bastard. She has died though. Look at, she has now died. The worst thing is that he's talking to a woman who has passed away now. Not even the chills, the fear that, hey, this woman has died. How will I even come out? How will the world see me? What do I say to my children? Nothing like that. This guy, watch him. Within a week, the lover will enter that house. He will do it with pride, doesn't care. He wants to get rid of her. She has been a stumbling block to his life. No remorse. So, many of you want to stay there. When they finish you, put you in the morgue, God forbid. Neither for me or you. But God forbid, don't let it be your portion, that it will be too late. Like now, Bimbo is looking down, biting her tongue, and say, I regret the day I met this demon. I regret the day my parents talked to me, I never listened. God, why? But it's late. She's seeing in the spirit now, but she could not do anything. She can't fight for herself. She can't do nothing. She's just floating. The judgment now is left for God or karma, which take time. The evil people like that, they will leave. He will achieve more. He will have more children. What do you expect to happen to him? He will karma. He will forget. But the judgment of God definitely will come upon him. It will definitely come upon him. So he's describing a woman, the wife, or his own wife, who had just passed away.
Hit me right now. See what she did to me? This is me bleeding. This is me bleeding. This is me bleeding. This is me bleeding. Yeah. That was me. That was bleeding. She just did this to me right now. This is me bleeding. I have a witness. The witness that stays in this house is her brother. He was a witness. Then her son, who she have instigated things on, is also the witness. This is what she did to me. I won't take this. I won't take this no more. I will never, ever take this anymore in my life. To end today. I'm ready for.
Say it's going to end today. Do you see? That is the last video. Say to end today. Today it must end. You see now? Calling her that. 6. Look at the little all children. Are not equal. Look at all the children. Look at the children that this guy is making noise. that little children instigate children. You'll be wondering that maybe they are grown-up children. They are little children. Little children. Calling them all sorts of names. That they are devilish like their mother. They are this and that. I don't understand him. I wonder if this guy is even going to look after his children. The rate which is going. Will this guy care for his children? Huh? Let me show you. I think I've shown it before. Didn't I show it? I think I showed it. Let me see if I found it. So, my advice to you today, my ladies, women out there, you deserve better. You deserve love. You deserve respect. You deserve happiness. Your mental health is very important. What I also realized that she has kept all of these things to us. She was in it for so long that later damaged her. She was not any better. These are their children. You can see them young. They are young children. This guy was saying they are as if they are old. They are young children. I think it's their firstborn that was a lot older, because she had that one young age. Maybe that's the big boy. If she had that one at the age of 15, I don't know how old she is. Unless maybe she lose the pregnancy or something, we don't know. So, but the point I'm making, don't wait till a man damage you. You know, some men, there are some good men out there who will bring the potential in you out. You will see them. In one lady that I know was in my church one time, and she was going for study nurse, adult nursing, and she had 2 young girls, young babies, and she found it very, very difficult. So I used to encourage her, but then her husband did something that was quite remarkable that time. What did this man do? They gave her a project. She struggled with that project. She didn't know. And they are in London. So they tried to find out who has had the line of that same project that could help them in the same line. Let's say you are into children or mental health nursing, that line. So she was able to get somebody, but that person was outside London, was in far away, like 2.5 hours away. So, but it was the last minute, and they were going to submit that project. So the husband said, "Don't worry." As long she was crying, worried, panicking, will she withdraw? Will she give up? Or this and that. The man said, "No, don't worry. No matter what, took the children, go and give them to one woman." Do you know this man drove her all the way to that place? The man sat there. They were typing this work. They are doing everything. Today, she's successful. Is that not a man? Is that not a partner? Is that not a man that's supposed to see her stand on her 2 feet? They might not be, the percentage might not be so high, but then they are there. Decide who you want, what you want. Look for what you want. Go for what you want. Without worrying that somebody will say this to me, somebody will condemn me. You might not escape it. Even if you leave it too late, you might already be completely damaged. You might be broken. Look, for instance, some women now who face sexual abuse in their relationship. Even if they leave that relationship too late, they're already damaged. The next marriage, that man will never enjoy them again. Because you know why? They will take out the pain from the innocent man who did not hurt them. Somebody else hurt them. But then they keep having flashback. The trauma is there. Then they will start attacking, taking it out on the new person. Don't wait till you are damaged. Don't wait till you're completely broken. It's not worth it. Let's do something. Let's help ourselves. Let's liberate ourselves. You deserve joy. You deserve peace. You deserve every good thing. Just like in partnership, it's a teamwork. They say, he that find a wife, find a husband, we find good things. We meant to be together, we be best friends. Once it's toxic, you come back for a purpose of maybe you are using me and so that they know I have a husband. Oh, just because you are paying the bills, just because of children. No, don't attach it. Your happiness, don't attach it to any reason. Don't attach it to the father. Is the father of your children. Yes, the children will be there. You can still raise the children. In fact, forget about your own feelings. Do it even for your children. If it's abusive marriage, your children, do you know they're affected by this a lot? Why? Because what they witness affect them in the future. These children now, without a doubt, they need counseling with this couple now. So these are the things that I said, let me come out. It's sad. We do not want to see a woman under the feet, 6 feet. Young women, mothers with young children. We want to see our women get to old age. We want to see our women happy. We want to see our women celebrated. We want to see in a good, happy marriage. Don't say marry, do or die. Look before you leap. Don't rush. Wait for God's time. It's better to wait than to rush. You know what you want. Once there's a look out for the red flags. Don't ignore it and think a prayer can change anything. No. Those who are not ready to change themselves, you can't change them. God, it takes God. He said, unless God build that house, the builder build in vain. Which means you have to even make an effort to build. If you don't build, God cannot help you. If you don't stand and make decision, then He cannot put amen to it. If you don't open your eyes and look, God cannot decide for you. So if you take the wrong channel, obviously God is a second chance. Remember, devil can deceive. Things of the devil are things that look glittery. They look rosy. They look perfect. They are desire of what every woman wants. Some women now will be carried away. Oh, this man is so handsome. Oh, he looks perfect, just what I want. But they will see a man, maybe is shorter, is darker, is not hugely rich, is midway. They will say, oh, it's not your type. What do you have? They will run that man down. And guess what? That man is exactly what could have been the best thing in their life. They look at the physical. They look at the material. They don't look at the inward of what is within them. This is what we're talking about. Please. And I pray God Almighty will help us. God will bless us. May the soul of this woman and her family, God will comfort you. The Lord will be with those children, The Lord Almighty will fight for them. If this is intention of this man that did this, that never remember what the beginning of their relationship, regardless of what must have happened. If you don't love her anymore, you can divorce her. You can go to court. You can give her. You can pay her off. You can even build a house for your family and say, oh, raise my children there. That's your new house. I give it to you. You deserve it. You were with me for a long time. Buy you the best car. Choose any car you like. Let's live apart. All this will not be there. Sit with her and table it. If IVD can do that, you want to bring the lover who pregnate to your home that you live. Which of the women in the world will not go gaga? Which woman will not go mad? Some men will be cheating. They will be rubbing it in the woman's face just because they can get away with it. It will get to the stage in Africa that women will start marrying two husbands very soon. I'm not supporting that, but I'm speaking aloud, if you get my point. Because they can get away with marrying as much they like, they can cheat as much as they can cheat, and women dare not do any of those things. Do you get me? So I wish the table turned, then they know the pain they are causing women, because they don't know these things are painful. They will expect, oh, just accept, don't worry. Some will say my religion, my belief, my faith is all lies. You're a cheater, you're promiscuous, you're a man who cannot control yourself. You're a man who always desire other women. There's nothing like my faith, my religion. It's excuses. If you never please with two, you can never be. That is how you're going to marry about 5. That is what they do. Polygamous is part of their game. So women, you are rather into it and just block your ears. Look at you and May. This poor lady has been with that man. When they're torturing this lady mentally now. What they're doing is evil. The Judy Austin, so-called, right? Some people will even become as a second wife. I don't know how they must want to be first lady, how they want to be known every time, they want to be seen. They don't even remember that woman anymore to even give her joy. Is you fair now, as we all can see? Does it mean May should go and die? You got a woman, the shock of her life, she's yet to even recover. The same you came back and say after a long while you are playing game. Everybody thought you came back, you want to settle. Then you give them another blow. You humiliate this woman around the world on media. And yet you have a teenage daughter who knew what is happening. They know. You have even a son who is well enough to know what you are doing online. What is wrong with some men? If you are a man, you cannot control even one woman. Why will you go and marry 2? Does that show that you can control 2 women? It's a yo-yo, it's a remote. It's only Judith that is after who can control. You don't have time for May. You don't treat people like that. It's not fair. You done what you want to do. You never apologize. You never make her happy. You never done nothing to her. You never come back and spend time and try let her heal from it. Instead, you're making it worse. Heartless men are like this. They will always have a reason. The next thing now, if they ask him to talk, the response will be lies against this poor woman, just to justify the evil they do. The next word will say, you don't know why he did that. Oh, go and ask him. He know why he did what he did. They just fall out of love with them. When they want to cheat. Who did he cheat with? Second hand Okada. She's not young. She's not prettier than the first woman. She already married twice, have other children. So what's the big deal? What is in her that the wife don't have? Some men are senseless. If your man wants to marry, bring that woman out. Let's see. Go and marry second-hand Okada bike. Spare parts. Fairly used. Shame on that guy, man. And I see this lady just, she's not saying a lot, but internally, she's bleeding. I feel sorry for her. She's trapped. There's no time. I will deal with him in a way that he will hate his life. But in a codedly. I'll deal with him codedly. He won't take me out of that house for sure. He won't. For his 4 children to start with, let him go and build another life with his Judith. He can't chase me and my children out of that house. Because if this lady didn't even divorce now, I don't see the result of how she's going to be happy to meet with this man anymore. I can't even phantom in my brain to see May will say, oh, you come, let's make love together. He will irritate me. I'm not even his wife. He's not my husband, but I'm imagining this taste. I can't even let him touch me. I could imagine that is how May is feeling with the nonsense he's doing. And Judy Austin will get, hello, yeah, yeah. This is my dog now, number one. What's all that all about nonsense? Women are not ashamed anymore. Just to upset the first woman. Just to say they have control in their hand. They have the key. Because they lock them in the cage. You no longer have access. I call the shot. That's the game. When they're rubbing it in your nose, traumatizing the other person, psychologically damaging them, dehumanizing them. That is called wickedness. And these people don't remember where they start. The same Yule, he was nobody. Oh. The same you, he was not a star that you know today. That's the woman drinking Gary with him then. Because now he's okay. He thinks it's all that. You don't do that. Never forget a finger that feed you. Never bite it. It's evil. They will say, some will say, what's the big deal if you marry? It's not that we are saying. Don't be evil is the point. You've been evil about it. The way you're going about it is evil. And saying marry many wives is normal culture. Is an excuse. You want to be promiscuous. You are a shewo. You are a shewo. If you're a man, you want to marry 2, 3, 4 wives. You are a shewo. Your will cannot stay one place. You are logical. You are lost for the flesh. It's simple as that. Most of them, they are all ashewo men. Ashewo men, that's what they are. And once men like that, they cannot, even those wives, it's still not enough for them. They still have secret lover. They still have the ones they call at the back. Because that's the life they choose. But my background is different. It's not what I am personally used to. Maybe that's why. I detest it, to be honest. I detest it. I can't even stand it. I'll divorce you the same day you go and marry anybody. Because that love is already dead. There's no way I can love you the next day. You can't come close to me. So we know what we want. So, but some of you who can bear it, who are good with it, who can be number 3, I wish you luck. Don't cry. But some of you women who just deliberately, if you want to be second wife, fine, you know. The man put you in a second wife, just relax there. Don't torment the first one. That's my anger. Some will now be doing it to make the other one commit suicide so that they can take over. God does not like that. That's evil. She didn't do nothing to you. You didn't have business with her. Like Judith is doing every day. She's an attention seeker. She wants to be known by all means. She believes she wants to be the top of the all actress in the world now in Nigeria. And she can never be. Why? Because she did evil. She can grow if she stay on her lane quietly and not make this woman depressed. If that woman keep crying every day, there's a way God can judge her. I'm not God, but I know when you're doing bad to people, the seed of wickedness will visit you. If it don't visit you, it can visit your generation. Whatever you sow, you will reap. So don't make life difficult for other people. If it is bad enough you share their husband, let them live. Give them breath of life. Don't destroy their life completely. Don't chase after them. Don't torment them. Don't bully them. Leave them alone. You want to be Miss First Lady. And this is, who do you blame? Is it not you? The idiot you. I don't blame Judith. It's you that is a shower man now. It's not Judith's fault. If you don't go and use his pencil to cause problem, are we going to be in this conversation? Lovely, quiet, decent lady. Sometime in Africa, they will say, you don't have girls, so it's boys he's looking for. You'll have boys, you have girls. Greedy, long throat. Now he has carried a rubber. Maybe it's the breast. I don't know what is big deal in what she has. But whatever goes up will come down. Someday, the way he's tired of his first wife now, he will see somebody again and be tired of you, Judith. you will be the next victim too. Maybe it's leper that you're going to like again in 5 years or anything. You'll be ready to take it. We'll see how you're going to cope that time. Or unless you lock him in that cage forever. What I detest in my life is wickedness. Don't be wicked. It's not nice. Just for only you, only you, only you. Don't be like that. It's not good. Think about other people. Look at this foolish man thinking about himself. The wife died. And look at my house. Look at what he brought down. The woman has died. Mother of your children. Does it mean there's no one day that you ever loved this woman? So please, in the name of Father, Son, women, please protect yourself. Help yourself. Deliver yourself. Rescue yourself. If you bottling secrets of bad treatment in your marriage, in your relationship, speak out. Take a bold step. It's not do or die. Not by might. Remember, when the worst happen, nobody will follow you. They will eat after the worst happened to your enemy. They will go home if they put you in the freezer. If they bury person 6 feet, life goes on. Don't be the next victim. Look out for your mental health. Don't get damaged before you leave. Don't wait till that time. Don't say, I will give him chance. And I want to save it. If it's not working, it's not working. God is God of second chance. He will make a way for you. Do you understand? You can go in a wrong relationship. People can be who you thought they are not. They can fake real love to you, but they are not true love. And then later, after marriage, you find out that, oh, they're not what you are. So there's nothing to be ashamed about. You're going to save yourself. Be brave. And then you will be able to live to say, yes, I thank God I took that step. Ask yourself, if Bimbo has taken that step today, she will not be dead. She has family that could have financially support her. She's not from a poor family. Forget all that she has built with him. I don't know why. She could move on. I don't think this guy is the handsome guy in the world. What is big deal about this guy that we haven't seen before? Is it more than money that they have in business? These are materialistic. It will perish. You know, a lot of people capitalize in the materialistic, physical things, earthly stuff. I can't lose it all. But then you forget that when you close your eyes, it's all gone. You didn't bring any. So all that you have, you will leave them still. You can start all over again. God can build you again. You know, when you don't have a life again, when you are alive, you have a lot of more chance, opportunity. People are dead. Bimbo cannot have future again. No hope. She can rise up again. That is the end of the game. That is the end of the line. Sadly, I say sadly, not to mock her. God knows I'm sad that she passed away in the most horrific, and she don't deserve to die that way. No one deserves, nobody, no family deserve to hear such horrific news. But she knows the truth now. All that she's been fighting for her life, she thought she was fighting for love, but it wasn't true love. It was for a man who hated her, who despised her. Please, don't be the next victim. Share this video. I'll see you again. God bless you. Have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye.